de sagesse et d'une connexion profonde avec la nature. Mais aujourd'hui, quelque chose d'inattendu se produit, l'une des femmes Hadzabe essaie la ganja pour la première fois, entraînant une expérience inoubliable et totalement chaotique. De la force à la confusion, une expérience hors du commun. Connues pour leur endurance et leurs instincts aiguisés, les femmes Hadzabe sont rarement déstabilisées. Mais après sa première bouffée, tout change. Une vague de confusion et d'amusement s'empare d'elle. D'abord, elle éclate de rire de manière incontrôlable, incapable de comprendre ce qui lui arrive. Puis, les choses prennent une tournure étrange, son environnement semble différent, les bruits de la forêt deviennent plus intenses, et chaque mouvement lui paraît plus lent que d'habitude. Elle commence à parler en énigmes, essayant d'expliquer ce qu'elle ressent, tandis que les autres la regardent avec un mélange de curiosité et d'inquiétude. Certaines jeunes femmes rient doucement, tandis que les anciennes secouent la tête, se demandant quelle étrange magie s'est emparée d'elle. Est-ce un moment d'illumination, ou juste du grand n'importe quoi? Fringales, pensées profondes et réactions hilarantes. Au fur et à mesure que les effets s'intensifient, la faim devient irrésistible. Soudainement, elle se lance dans une quête frénétique de nourriture, elle attrape des fruits sauvages, mâche des feuilles au hasard et envisage même de mordre directement dans un rayon de miel encore rempli d'abeilles. Pendant ce temps, les tâches les plus simples deviennent un véritable défi comique, marcher en ligne droite et parler normalement semble presque impossible. À un moment donné, elle fixe le feu avec une profonde réflexion et murmure « Les flammes dansent pour moi ». Une autre femme éclate de rire et répond « Tu es en train de voir des choses ». Mais la première insiste qu'elle n'a jamais été aussi sûre de quelque chose de toute sa vie. Une expérience inoubliable. Lorsque les effets commencent à s'estomper, elle retrouve lentement ses esprits, secouant la tête d'incrédulité face à ce qui vient de se passer. Les anciennes rient, lui disant que peut-être cette expérience est une leçon. Parfois, les cadeaux de la nature peuvent surprendre même ceux qui la connaissent le mieux. Bien que ce moment ait été totalement inattendu, il restera gravé dans les mémoires comme une aventure remplie de rire, de curiosité et de découvertes. Ce fut une journée comme aucune autre pour la tribu Hadzabe, une journée pleine de surprises.
Bichwa mana. Ingilaka.
Mama Samia. Mama Samia. Pana.
Pana.
Toa mkono. Sema Mama Samia. Tano tena. Mama.
Botano.
Vitano tena.
Parangu.
Te ame. Tuko hawa? Tuko. Kelele.
Hadzabe Bushwoman in the wild, herb shocking day secrets revealed. Deep in the untamed wilderness of Tanzania, the Hadzabe Bushwomen lead a life of resilience, wisdom, and survival. Isolated from the modern world, their days unfold in harmony with nature, following ancient rhythms, passed down for thousands of years. Their existence is a testament to the strength of human adaptation, thriving in the wild where every skill, every movement, and every tradition holds meaning. A day of survival and strength from the first light of dawn, Hadzabe women awaken with the rising sun, ready to embrace the challenges of the day. With babies secured snugly on their backs and woven baskets in hand, they set off into the bush to gather food. Their expert eyes scan the terrain, identifying edible plants, fruits, and medicinal herbs with an accuracy only years of knowledge can provide. With bare hands and wooden digging sticks, they unearth nourishing roots, vital for the tribe's sustenance. Honey hunting is another vital skill. Using smoke and precise techniques, these women fearlessly retrieve honey from beehives hidden in the trees, enduring occasional stings as they extract one of nature's sweetest treasures. Their ability to locate and harvest food in the wild is not just impressive, it is essential for the survival of their community. Guardians of ancient wisdom beyond gathering food, Hadzabe women play a crucial role in preserving tribal knowledge. They pass down the secrets of herbal medicine, teaching the younger generation how to heal wounds, cure fevers, and treat ailments using the natural remedies found in their environment. Their wisdom extends beyond physical survival. They are the keepers of folklore, history, and tribal customs, ensuring that the spirit of their ancestors lives on. By the evening, as the golden sun dips below the horizon, the village comes alive with song, laughter, and storytelling. Women share their experiences of the day, recounting encounters with wildlife, the discovery of rare plants, and the lessons learned from nature. Around the fire, they teach young girls the art of crafting traditional jewelry, weaving, and even the subtle but vital skill of reading the land and weather patterns. A life of strength, beauty, and mystery. The life of a Hadzabe bushwoman is one of strength, endurance, and deep cultural pride. They do not rely on modern conveniences, but instead embrace the knowledge and traditions that have sustained their people for centuries. Each day is a delicate balance of work and celebration, hardship and joy, survival and community. Their way of life may seem distant from our modern reality, yet it holds powerful lessons about resilience, sustainability, and the importance of living in tune with the natural world. The Hadzabe women remind us that true strength lies not in possessions, but in knowledge, adaptability, and an unbreakable bond with the earth. Are you ready to uncover more of their hidden secrets? Hadzabe Bushmen try ganja for the first time. Deep in the heart of Tanzania, the Hadzabe Bushmen have lived for thousands of years as one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth. Their days are spent tracking wild game, foraging for fruits and roots, and living in perfect harmony with the land. With no modern distractions, their minds remain sharp, their bodies agile, and their instincts finely tuned to the rhythms of nature. But on this particular day, something entirely unexpected unfolds. A few members of the tribe experiment with smoking ganja for the first time, and what follows is nothing short of wild. Curiosity sparks the first puff. The scene begins with curiosity. A small group of Hadzabe men gathers around as they observe the unfamiliar ritual of rolling and lighting up. With no prior exposure to cannabis, they are both skeptical and intrigued, watching as the thick smoke curls into the warm African air. The first brave soul takes a deep pull and exhales slowly, his face twisting in contemplation as the unfamiliar sensation washes over him. The others hesitate at first, but, encouraged by laughter and excitement, soon join in, passing the rolled leaves among themselves. As the minutes pass, the effects begin to take hold, and the once serious hunters are suddenly thrust into a world of confusion, amusement, and pure chaos. From laughter to confusion, the unexpected high at first, the mood is lighthearted, giggles erupt, and the normally stoic warriors begin cracking jokes, some of which make no sense even to them. One man bursts into uncontrollable laughter, clutching his stomach as tears stream down his face. Another stares into the distance, lost in deep thought, as if unlocking the secrets of the universe. Then, things take a turn. The concept of time seems to dissolve, and simple actions become hilariously difficult. One man attempts to stand up, only to sit right back down, unsure whether his legs are still working. Another waves his hand in front of his face, fascinated by the movement, while a third starts speaking in riddles that even he doesn't understand. A few become paranoid, looking around suspiciously, as if the trees are whispering secrets. One hunter, usually fearless in the face of wild animals, suddenly insists that he hears footsteps approaching from the darkness, only to realize it's just the rustling of leaves in the wind. Another swears he can see colors in the air, pointing at nothing and describing visions no one else can see. Munchies hit hard, a hilarious search for food. As the effects intensify, the inevitable happens: the munchies hit, and hit hard. Suddenly, the Hadzabe warriors, who are usually disciplined hunters, are scrambling to find food. One starts gnawing on an unripe fruit, making a face of pure regret. Another decides that honey straight from the hive is the only thing that will satisfy his hunger, resulting in an unfortunate and painful encounter with some very unhappy bees. Some members of the group abandon the food hunt altogether and simply lie back, staring at the night sky in awe, mesmerized by the countless stars above. The sky is breathing, one murmurs, while another nods in agreement, though neither is sure what that even means. The aftermath, lessons learned? As the effects wear off, the Hadzabe men slowly regain their senses. The initial excitement fades into exhaustion, with some falling into deep sleep right where they sit. By morning, the previous night's events are recounted with laughter and disbelief. Some swear they'll never touch the stuff again, while others are still trying to make sense of what exactly happened. One elder shakes his head, muttering something about how their ancestors never needed strange smoke to connect with the spirits. Another, still half-dazed, claims that for a moment, he could hear the thoughts of the animals in the forest. Regardless of individual experiences, one thing is certain: this was a night they would never forget. An unforgettable experiment for a tribe that relies on their sharp senses and instinctual awareness to survive. The experiment with ganja was both an eye-opening and chaotic experience. While it may not become a part of their traditional way of life, it was certainly a night of laughter, confusion, and unexpected adventures. And as the sun rises once more over the African plains, the Hadzabe Bushmen return to what they do best: living off the land, hunting, and embracing the untamed spirit of nature. But deep down, they all know that one night, for a brief moment, their world was turned completely upside down.
unokotitota omaekwekete utakwekwekowo angetamabe wa inaetotakwekwekoenapekotalana kaonukoakanakotalana kwekwekai Hadzabe michocha kwekutukwate iko lakini michochana hakita chihete asachipomila so dada michota iye amana nana kupa kota iyeta isatsambiko kumbe nqonqonqone tikina sankhola wesamila sogogogowo benama onkonkoika saatine kokuthi atle otsakon-otshetikoita akela mina nqini
ujue hii mashaka yako ametusuita hapa. Sasa.
Bokoto kwa kaka mswaidi wako wewe. Nanaga toto kwa kaka. Kate. Kwa tako bena kama sala kwa bena kwa pia. Taka kata so. Teteni chuba bi. Kuneama. Kako na chachabi. Ama ayosakaya ni zabida.
Ale ana. Naga milaze amara chiyani.
Ishayam. Ako kita musaika bada taha.
Oh, za.
Kwa
Hunting techniques of the Hadzabe tribe, the secrets of a successful hunter-gatherer society. The Hadzabe tribe of Tanzania is one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies in the world. Living in the Great Rift Valley near Lake Eyasi, they have survived for thousands of years by mastering the art of hunting and foraging. Their techniques have been refined through generations, allowing them to hunt effectively with limited resources. The Hadzabe's ability to track animals, use traditional weapons, and apply strategic hunting methods makes them one of the most successful indigenous hunting communities. 1. The role of hunting in Hadzabe culture. Hunting is at the heart of Hadzabe society. Unlike agricultural communities, the Hadzabe do not grow crops or keep livestock. Instead, they rely on their deep knowledge of the land, animal behavior, and natural cycles to find food. 1.1 Hunting as a way of life. Daily subsistence. Hunting provides the primary source of protein for the Hadzabe, along with gathered fruits, tubers, and honey. Social structure. Hunting is often a communal activity, reinforcing bonds within the group. Rituals and traditions. Successful hunts are celebrated, and elders pass down knowledge to younger hunters through storytelling and experience. 2. Traditional hunting weapons. The Hadzabe use simple yet highly effective weapons made from natural materials. Each tool is designed for a specific hunting purpose, ensuring efficiency and precision. 2.1 Bows and arrows. The Hadzabe's primary weapon is the bow and arrow, which they craft using local resources. Bows, made from strong and flexible wood, such as conifera or gruya trees. Arrows, carefully crafted from hardwood, with different tips for different types of prey. 2.2 Poison-tipped arrows. One of the most fascinating aspects of Hadzabe hunting is their use of poisoned arrows. Poison source, extracted from the sap of the adenium, desert rose, plant, which contains a potent toxin. Application. The poison is applied to the arrow tips and left to dry, ensuring that a successful shot will weaken or kill an animal within minutes to hours. Effectiveness. The poison slows down larger animals, making them easier to track after being hit. 2.3 Other weapons. Clubs and spears, sometimes used for close-range combat with animals or in self-defense. Throwing sticks, used for hunting small game such as birds and hares. 3. Advanced hunting strategies. The Hadzabe have developed highly effective hunting techniques based on their knowledge of the land and animal behavior. 3.1 Tracking and stealth hunting. The Hadzabe are expert trackers, capable of reading the smallest details in the environment. Footprint analysis. They examine footprints to determine the species, direction, and speed of the animal. Dung inspection. Fresh droppings indicate the presence of animals nearby. Broken branches and scratches. These signs reveal an animal's recent movement. 3.2 Silent communication during hunts. Hunting requires stealth, and the Hadzabe have developed unique ways to communicate without alerting their prey. Click language. Their language includes soft click sounds that help them communicate while remaining discreet. Hand signals, used to indicate direction, distance, or potential dangers. Mimicry. Some Hadzabe can imitate animal calls to attract prey or mislead them. 3.3 Group hunting tactics. While some hunting is done individually, larger game requires teamwork. Encirclement strategy. Hunters surround an animal and gradually close in, preventing escape. Chasing and exhaustion method involves tracking and chasing an animal until it becomes too tired to flee. 3.4 Solo hunting for small game. Many Hadzabe hunters specialize in hunting alone, targeting smaller animals such as birds, hares, monkeys, small antelopes. Solo hunting relies on patience, precision, and knowledge of an animal's behavior. 4. Seasonal hunting patterns. The Hadzabe adjust their hunting strategies based on the time of year and availability of prey. 4.1 Dry season hunting. Best time for large game, many animals gather around waterholes, making them easier to find. Increased reliance on poisoned arrows, to compensate for the scarcity of prey. 4.2 Rainy season hunting. More small game hunting, since large animals disperse and become harder to track. Opportunistic hunting, hunters rely more on foraging to supplement their diet. 5. Specialized hunting techniques for different animals. Different prey requires different hunting approaches. The Hadzabe have developed unique techniques for various species. 5.1 Hunting large game, buffalo, kudu, zebra, gazelle. Requires teamwork, hunters must coordinate their movements carefully. Poisoned arrows are essential, the animals are too strong to be taken down with regular arrows. Tracking skills are crucial, large animals often run for miles before succumbing to poison. 5.2 Hunting medium-sized game, warthogs, baboons, porcupines. Quick ambushes work best, these animals are fast and alert. Hunters use natural cover, hiding behind trees or rocks, before attacking. 5.3 Hunting birds and small game, guinea fowl, pigeons, hares. Fast reflexes and accuracy are needed, since these animals move quickly. Throwing sticks and small arrows are preferred, to avoid damaging the meat. 6. Conservation and challenges to Hadzabe hunting. Despite their expert hunting techniques, the Hadzabe face increasing challenges that threaten their traditional way of life. 6.1 Land loss and encroachment. Agriculture and livestock expansion reduces the Hadzabe's hunting grounds. Tourism and conservation policies, some hunting areas are now restricted. 6.2 Declining wildlife populations. Overhunting by outsiders, commercial poaching affects the Hadzabe's prey. Climate change alters migration patterns and food availability. Shaba's European wife tries to cook Hadzabe style, a hilarious disaster. Today was a big day in the village. Shaba had made an important announcement. Today, my wife will cook for the whole family. The villagers cheered, the children clapped, and the women smiled knowingly. A European woman cooking a Hadzabe meal? This was going to be entertaining. But there was just one small problem. She had never cooked before. Not even once. She grew up in a rich family, where meals were always served in fancy hotels and restaurants. At home, there were chefs, and she never had to touch a pot or light a stove. Now, in the middle of the Hadzabe village, she stood in front of an open fire, completely lost. Step 1, making the fire, or trying to. The Hadzabe women sat around, watching with amusement. Shaba's wife picked up 2 small sticks and began rubbing them together, looking serious. The women burst into laughter. Not like that, one of them said, shaking her head. She grabbed the sticks and, within seconds, poof! A small flame appeared. Shaba's wife stared in shock. How did you do that so fast? Shaba smirked. Welcome to the real world, my love. She sighed. Okay, fire is harder than I thought. Step 2, catching a chicken, total chaos. The village had decided to make a chicken stew, so they handed her a live chicken and told her, catch it. She held it for 1 second before, flap. 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 The chicken escaped. AHHH, she screamed as the bird ran between her legs. The children roared with laughter, clapping and pointing. Shaba shook his head. My wife, even the chicken knows you don't belong in the kitchen. She chased the chicken around the village, arms flailing, but every time she got close, it dodged her and ran faster. After 5 minutes of pure chaos, an 8-year-old Hadzabe boy casually walked over, grabbed the chicken in one smooth motion, and handed it to her. She was breathless, sweaty, and covered in dust. The boy grinned. You're welcome. The whole village exploded in laughter again. Step 3, cutting the meat on bone, more like wrestling it. Once the chicken was prepared, it was time to cut the meat. She picked up a large knife and held it awkwardly, staring at the meat like it was going to fight back. Shaba crossed his arms. Go on, cut it. She jabbed at it gently. Nothing happened. Shaba sighed. Are you fighting it or cooking it? She tried again, but the knife slipped. The raw meat flew into the air, landing straight in the dust. The children screamed with laughter, rolling on the ground. Shaba smacked his forehead. At this rate, we will all starve. Step 4, stirring the pot, disaster. After finally getting the meat into the pot, she was told to stir the stew. Easy, right? Wrong. She grabbed a long wooden spoon and stirred. Too fast. The boiling stew splashed everywhere. Aye. It's attacking me, she yelled, jumping back. Hot soup dripped from her hair, arms, and tray. It's attacking me, she yelled, jumping back. Hot soup dripped from her hair, arms, and dress. The villagers howled with laughter. Shaba was laughing so hard he was crying. My love, the food is not your enemy. Step 5, the final taste test. Finally, after hours of chaos, shouting, and running from chickens, the food was ready. The whole village sat around the fire, waiting to taste the masterpiece. Shaba took the first bite, and his face froze. Silence. The villagers leaned in. Then suddenly, Shaba shouted, "Water! I need water." She had accidentally put 5 times more salt than needed. Shaba's eyes watered, his face turned red, and he reached for a jug, gulping down half of it in one breath. The man patted him on the back, laughing. The women wiped away tears from laughing so hard. Shaba's wife covered her face. Maybe I should just stick to restaurant food, she mumbled. Shaba pulled her into a hug, still coughing from the salty disaster. Don't worry, my love, tomorrow, we let the Real cooks handle it. And just like that, the village had one of its funniest nights ever. Lesson 1, gathering wild honey pot, or running for her life. Shaba led her into the bush, where the Hadzabe men were already preparing to harvest wild honey. This is easy, Shaba said. Just climb the tree, take the honeycomb, and don't let the bees catch you. She froze. Wait. Bees? No one said anything about bees. Before she could run, one of the men had already climbed up the tree, using only his hands and feet. He reached into a hole in the tree, pulled out a huge honeycomb dripping with golden honey, and tossed it down. She stared in amazement. Wow, that's incredible. Bees. Suddenly, the bees swarmed out, and they were not happy. Shaba's wife screamed. Run. She took off sprinting through the bushes, waving her hands wildly. The Hadzabe men? They didn't run. They just stood and laughed. Shaba jogged beside her, still laughing. My love, the bees can smell your fear. I smell like fear because I am afraid, she yelled. Finally, the bees left her alone, and she collapsed on the ground, panting. One of the elders walked over, holding a piece of fresh honeycomb. He handed it to her with a smile. You worked hard. Here, eat. She tasted it, and her eyes widened. This is the best thing I have ever eaten. The village cheered. Lesson 2, learning to hunt bow and arrow. Well, trying to. After her honey adventure, Shaba decided it was time for his wife to learn the art of hunting. He handed her a Hadza bow and arrow. She held it awkwardly. What am I supposed to do with this? Shaba grinned. You see that tree? Imagine it is an antelope. Now, shoot. She pulled back the string, aimed carefully, and let go. The arrow flew straight up into the air, and landed behind her. The whole village exploded in laughter. My love, the food is supposed to go that way, not back to us. Shaba teased. She tried again. This time, the arrow actually went forward, but it landed far from the target. The young Hadzabe boys, who had been watching, picked up their own bows and hit the target perfectly. She sighed. Okay, maybe hunting is not my thing. Shaba smirked. Don't worry, my love. At least you scared the tray.